Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing problem number 58. A flower pot is knocked off a balcony 20 meters above the sidewalk and falls toward an unsuspecting 1.75 meter tall man who is standing below. How close to the sidewalk can the flower pot fall before it is too late for a warning shouted from the balcony to reach the man in time? Assume that the man requires 0.3 seconds to respond to the warning. Let's start this by drawing a diagram. You have a 20-meter tall balcony and a 1.75 meter tall man. You want to first find out the distance that the sound of your warning will need to travel to hit the man's ears, and that will just be 20 meters minus the man's height. So it will take 18.25 meters. The sound of your warning will have to travel 18.25 meters so that the man can hear it. Next, what you want to do is find out how long it will take for the sound of your warning to hit the man's ears. In order to do that, you will take the distance that the sound will have to travel divided by the speed of sound. And since the question never specified what to use the speed of sound, we'll use 345 meters per second. And you'll come up with 0.529 seconds. It will take the sound of the warning will take 0.0529 seconds to hit the man's ears. And since the man needs a 0.3 second reaction period, you will simply add that. And this will be your total grace period that you have to allow, the minimum amount of time you'll need to allow the man to react. Because not only does the sound of your warning have to travel to his ears, you need to give him some time to react. So you'll come up with 0.353 seconds. Now this question wants to know how close to the sidewalk will the pot fall before you have to shout the warning for him to not only hear it and then move out of the way. So in order to do that, you want to find out how long it will take the pot to fall from the top to the man's head. And then you have the total time, and then you want to subtract this time, and then you'll find out the time period which you must sound the warning. So in order to find out how long it will take for the pot to fall on the man's head, you'll just do kinematics. So as the initial velocity is 0, you don't know the final velocity. The acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. You don't know the time, and the distance to a man's head is 18.25 meters. And you're gonna find your final velocity first using this kinematic equation. You'll come up with a final velocity of negative 18.91 meters per second, and then you can simply use another kinematic to just find the time. You come up with a time giving of 1.93 seconds. It will take the pot 1.93 seconds to fall from the top of the balcony to the man's head. So, and since you have the amount of time that the man will take to react, plus the time it takes for the sound to travel to his ears, you simply subtract it. So what does this 1.58 seconds mean? So it means after you drop the pot, you have a 1.58 second window to shout to the man to move. And since the question doesn't want to know how long of a period you have, it wants to know how close to the sidewalk will the pot be once that minimum time has been reached. So in order to do that, you'll use another set of kinematics. Because now we're trying to find out after 1.58 seconds, after your total period that you have to react, how long will have the pot travel close to the sidewalk. So you simply use a kinematic to find out the distance the pot falls within 1.58 seconds. So again, you don't know final velocity, but you know the acceleration due to gravity. Now you know the time is 1.58 seconds. Now you want to know how long is the distance the pot has traveled. So you use this kinematic equation. Cancel this out because you don't initial is 0. I'm going to skip a step here, but your distance will be 12.23 meters. the pot will fall 12.23 meters. And after the pot has fallen 12.23 meters, it's exactly at this point, you must shout to the man to move, because the amount of time it takes for the pot to fall this amount of distance is the amount of time that it will take for the man to hear you shout and react. So you must shout the warning after it has fallen 12.23 meters. But since the question was to know how far from the sidewalk, you simply have to take the height of the balcony minus 12.23 to get how far away from the sidewalk it would have fallen. Simple closing step here. So the pot will be 7.7 meters above the sidewalk when you have to shout to him so that he has enough time to move. That's it.